So there's a myth out there on YouTube that views equals success. In this video, we're going to break down the 4 metrics that actually tell the algorithm that your video is worth sharing. All right, so let's get started. Well, best place to get started is the actual advanced mode analytics. You're going to go here to your metrics and you're going to click views, engaged views, your average view duration, your average percentage viewed, and then scroll down a little bit here to where you have your interactions, likes, shares, and comments added. Hit apply, and you're going to be presented with this graph here. What this is going to show you is a few things. So, the very first metric that you want to be able to understand is the difference between views and engaged views. So think of a view as just anyone clicking on your video. So if it's a YouTube Shorts, they swiped, your video auto started playing, and then they swiped again and they moved on to the next video. So that counts as a view. It may have been a second, 2 seconds of a view, but it counts as a view. Engaged views are completely different. That means that that viewer did something, some type of interaction, or watched your video. So that may have been a comment added, a share, a like, or even subscribe to your channel while watching that video. So that's the difference between the two. Now, when you're thinking about engaged views versus regular views, you can see mine, I have 60,000 views and 32,000 were actually engaged. So I'm sitting a little bit over 50%. According to Google, a good ratio is 2 to 5% of your total views. That seems a little low to me. I don't know if that's right. I want to do a little more research into that and give you a better number. But according to Google, it says 2 to 5% of total views should be engaged views. So now, how do you increase those numbers? Well, one of them is your title and your thumbnail. Ensuring that your title and thumbnail is giving the same information as your video. So if someone clicks on your video and they are not getting the answer or the flow is completely different, if you have a title, how to make $1 million, and then they click on the video, it's just you playing a video game, well, yeah, that's not going to continue into an engaged view. They're going to click away very quickly and go to another video to learn about that subject. All right, now to the next thing. We're going to look at your average views. So, like view duration and your average percentage viewed. According to Google, your target is 50%. So, overall, my channel is sitting lower than what I should be. So it looks like I need to work on increasing that over the next coming weeks. And that's what I'm going to try to do on this channel, is definitely see what I can do to increase that. Now, some of my videos, you can see I'm sitting pretty much right on par where I need to be. And to calculate this, all you need is your total watch time divided by your total views, and you get your percentage. Now here you can see this video did exceptionally well, did pretty well, and then you start moving down to where you can see I went below where I need to be. As you can continue to go down, you'll see that there's a lot more videos that did not do well. Now you'll notice some of these are really well, like 99%. There are sometimes I've seen cases on some of my videos where they'll be over 100%, and that just means someone has watched your video multiple times in a row. And that happens a lot on shorts. I know just I myself, if I'm looking at a YouTube short, I may let a video play 2 or 3 times because I set my phone down and did something else. That does nothing but just boost that video and tells YouTube that, hey, people love this so much they're going to watch it 10 or 12 times in a row. So that's what that is. So how do you increase this number, something that you can do is to make sure that about every 60 to 90 seconds, you're changing the background. In this video, that doesn't make sense, but in some videos like this tech channel, if I just had the same video showing the entire video of, a satellite flying by or the Artemis just flying around the moon, and I was talking throughout all the different technologies that was involved in making the Artemis ship fly around the moon, well, that wouldn't pique my viewers' interest. They want to see new things, something change visually on the screen so that it keeps their thoughts and their mind focused on what's going on and seeing the new thing. So make sure that you do those interruptions and keeps that viewer attention span. Another thing that I like to do, and this helps me, is micro hooks. So just like this one here. If you're ready to find out what the next idea is, you got to keep watching. All right, likes and interactions. So likes and interactions really help boost your videos. So if you see how many likes you're getting per video, like this one here, got 57, I got 33, 69. This tells the YouTube algorithm that people really enjoy this video so much that they're willing to press a button to tell YouTube, share this to more people. Sharing works the same way. Whenever they share it, they're most generally sharing it off of the YouTube app and into another platform. And then if those people will click into it, you get more views, and YouTube sees that entire transaction as, okay, this individual shared it, this person clicked that link and watched it, and it sees that both of these individuals enjoyed the video. Well, that means that YouTube is going to just keep promoting your video. So how do you level this up? Asking for it. Don't just ask for a comment, but give them something to put in the comments. So I would say, how many likes have you gotten in your last video? Or what was the most likes you had per a single video on your channel? Put it in the comments below. I want to hear about it. So interacting with your viewer, asking them a question could help get those likes, help get those comments, and get that extra little bit of information YouTube needs to say, man, this is a great video. I'm going to promote it to more people. Another great tip is pin comments. I try to do this for most of my videos. It's hard between the time I have them scheduled for work, but there's ways to work around that. I may go into it in another video if y'all want. Just let me know in the comments if that's something that you want me to do. But leaving a pinned comment can, the second a viewer clicks on the comments, or sometimes they'll pop up while they're watching the video, they'll see that pinned comment. And if you have something like a question in that pinned comment, it will make your viewer want to answer that question. And if so, you've just forced your viewer to have an engaged view, even if they wasn't planning on staying on there very long. All right, so the last thing is audience retention. And looking at audience retention, you have something that you need to try to aim for. 70% of your viewers need to be on your video by 30 seconds. And so if you find where you scroll down to 70%, I can tell you this video did not perform to where I should be. I should be at 30 seconds or more of this video before 70% of the people are left watching the video. So if I keep scrolling until I get to 30 seconds, it looks like only 53% of my viewers actually stayed for 30 seconds of this video. And that tells me that I needed to work on something to get those viewers to stay. So how do you fix this? A lot of YouTubers will go into a long intro. They'll say, "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Da 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 da. I talk about this. I talk about that." Well, you've lost the value of that first 30 seconds because your viewer is just listening to you ramble. And in most cases, your viewers are new viewers. They're not coming back to your channel. Your subscribers are, which they're far and in between from your actual amount of views. And so you don't want to engage with that very, very small group right away because, yes, your subscribers are great. And that's where you interact with them in the comments, the likes, because it's like a community with those subscribers. But in your video, the very first thing you want to do is present the problem and kind of what the solution is that you're going to cover in the video. So if you remember to the beginning of this video, I told you that, views doesn't equal success. And then I was going to cover the 4 metrics that you actually need to be looking at in your YouTube algorithm, or to help your YouTube algorithm make your video worth viewing. Well, that's telling you exactly what's going on, what I'm going to cover in that first 30 seconds, so that hopefully you, if you stayed this long, are going to continue to watch this video to learn about these 4 metrics. And so that's what you need to do in your videos to try to increase this. And like I said, you want to be about 70% at 30 seconds. As you can tell, I did not meet it on this particular video. And you can check this easily by going to analytics and clicking engagement. And then you can just scroll right down. After you have a certain number of views and a certain time it's been on YouTube, this won't happen just right away. So you may have to wait a little bit longer and a certain amount of views before this window pops up. Well, so how did you enjoy these? Let me know in the comments. If you want to tell me some of your metrics and where you're sitting, go ahead and leave them in the comments as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank y'all very much.